Starting your own box truck business might seem overwhelming, but in this video, I'm going to break down a proven system to build and scale a profitable business. Even if you're a beginner or looking to expand your side hustle, this guide is going to walk you through every step to get your business started. And I'm actually going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. Now listen, most people won't do this. Most people won't take the time to show you how to do it. I'm not only going to tell you how to do it, I'm going to show you how to do it. So I encourage you guys to take notes. We're going to go from naming your company to delivering your first load and scaling your business. So let's dive right into it. Your very first step is picking a name. So here are some things you don't want to do. I typed in, give me a name for my box truck business, and ChatGPT gives us haulers, freight, logistics, haul, movers, and so on. These are names you don't want to have inside of your business. You don't want to use transportation. You don't want to use carrier. You don't want to use freight, right? This limits your opportunity to get funding for your business down the line. Most banks, they frown upon logistics and transportation businesses because they're considered high-risk businesses. So let's try to keep things in general. You can use your first name, last initial, and behind that put enterprises, consultants, solutions, something general. Think about it, right? One of the largest companies in the world is Apple, but they don't sell apples, right? So let's keep these things in general. So one of my students, AJ's Enterprise, right? We can guess the first name and last name, right? He used his initials. So guys, just keep it simple. Don't make it complicated. Don't make it too deep. Just something very general, so that way you can position yourself to get funding down the line as you scale your company. Now that we've picked a name for your business, go ahead and form your LLC. You can go to LegalZoom.com. This is their website here. You want to go ahead and click Start My Business, right? You have a few options here. You can just go with the free option. Go with the basic. Click on Form a LLC. And then go ahead and fill out the information, whatever business name that you picked. Now, once you complete the steps, you're going to get your own portal. And this is what it's going to look like here, right? Where all your documents will be. Once everything is submitted, your articles of incorporation, your EIN letter, all of those things will be inside of your portal here. So this is what that's going to look like. Next step, open up a business bank account. I recommend using credit unions because they're more flexible when it comes to financing new businesses. And Chase Bank also has a very good program where they're offering new businesses up to $50,000 cash. We also help our mentees with that in the program. Now that you've picked a name for your business, you filed for your LLC, you've opened up a business bank account. Now this is a good time to go ahead and apply for fuel cards, right? Fuel is going to be your biggest expense. So we have a link in the description for a fuel card and factoring with RTS. We have a relationship with them, so they're going to give you the best rates and take good care of you. All right, so once you click on that link, just give them your information. If you're interested in factoring, click on factoring. You can also click on fuel cards, enter your name, your company name, your email address, and your phone number. Click contact sales, and someone will contact you, and they'll know that you was referred by Box Truck Solutions. Your next step is to go ahead and file for your MC and DOT number, right? You want to go to the FMSCA.gov, right? That's the website to go ahead and get the filing start. Just click on registration here. It's going to take you to apply for a new US DOT number and or authority, right? You click there. It's going to take you to this page. If you don't have a existing DOT number, right, then you're going to click this link here. Then you'll have to create an account and then go through the following steps. If you need assistance filing for your MC and DOT number, we recommend Fleet 360. All right, so you can go to their website as well. That's Fleet 360. We do have a link in the description for them. You can just click on the link. Again, fill out your information. Our rep will give you a call, and then he'll assist you with filing the documents for you. So if you're not confident in filing for yourself, definitely use Fleet 360. I highly recommend them. They will get it done the correct way the first time. All right. So now that your MC is being filed. You got 21 business days. You have 21 business days to locate a truck and to get financing, right? So if you do have any credit challenges, we do work hand in hand with Classic Business Consultants, right? They can assist you with fixing your credit as well as getting funding for your business. So if you don't have a whole lot of cash to put down for your truck, definitely reach out to Classic Business Consultants. They can structure your credit profile to put you in position to get $30,000 to $50,000 of funding for your business, right? And we do have their a link in the description for them as well, where you can book a free consultation. All right, now that you have your MCN DOT number, it's time to go ahead and order a toll pass. You want to get the pre-pass. Make sure that you guys are being proactive in getting this. If you plan on going OTR, this is important. OTR standing for over the road, right? You will go through some passes. The difference between pre-pass and your local passes is like I'm in Texas, for example. Texas only covers the surrounding states. But being an over-the-road driver, you can end up going from east to west, from New York to California. And you will go through several states and several different tolls. So the pre-pass gives you the ability to have this connected to your business and be charged directly to your business, and you won't risk getting any fines and tickets and things of that nature, right? So just go ahead and go to the pre-pass website. That's prepass.com. Click on sign up, right? Put your DOT number here. And then, just enter your name, address, email address, and phone number, and just complete the prompts, right? Next will be your credentials, the type of equipment, right? We're in box trucks, your address, overview, marketing, and then finish. So just go through those steps, get that ball started, and get that pre-pass set up. All right. So now that you got your financing in place, it's time to locate a truck. So here's a good tip. You don't have to do it the old school way. You don't have to drive around in different lots looking for trucks, right? What you can do is you can just go to Enterprise Truck Sales, right? You go to Enterprise Truck Sales. It's going to take you to their website, right? You put your location in, whatever city you in. Let's just do Birmingham, Alabama, since it's the first thing that popped up. Then you're going to put box truck in. They asking for the make. I prefer Freightliners, right? Freightliners is my preference when it comes to box trucks, right? Some people prefer Internationals. Some people prefer Hinos. Whatever your preference is. I just recommend that you have a Cummins engine and an Allison transmission either way you go. All right, so now that you got the Freightliner in there, year, nothing older than 6 years, right? So we're going to say from 2019 to present. Price range between $35,000 and $40,000. That's the max you want to pay. All right. And then you can just hit search and let's see what pops up. So before we get into that, here are a few requirements that you want to make sure that you, this is like a checklist of the things that you need to look for when you're searching for a box truck, right? If you really want to maximize your earning potential, I recommend that you get a 26-foot box truck, not a 24-footer, a 26-footer. Why is this important? Because you want to be able to maximize your earnings by carrying 12 pallets, right? The most that you can carry on a 26-foot box truck is 12 pallets. And if you want to run Amazon Relay, this is a requirement, okay? Make sure that that truck is dock height so you can back into the docks, right? So you can get the freight. You also want to have a lift gate. That's also required if you want to run Amazon Relay. And if that's not your goal, if you plan on just going OTR, you still need a lift gate because if not, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Always measure your dimensions. Make sure that your box is at least 96 inches in length and 96 inches in width. Listen, guys, the higher the better. So if it's 98 inches, that's fine. But the reason why I recommend that you have at least 96 inches, because if there's a stacked load, right, meaning you have two pallets, if you're below 94 inches, you probably won't be able to fit it on your load. So now you're leaving money on the table. I strongly encourage you guys to get the Cummins engine and an Allison transmission. Very reliable. I wouldn't purchase anything older than 6 years, right? And then no more than 250,000 miles, especially if you're financing. Banks will frown upon box trucks to have more than 250,000 miles on them. You can find a good box truck that meet these requirements between 35,000 and 40,000. All right. And then the maximum weight that this truck needs to be is 26,000 pounds. That's considered a non-CDL box truck. So if you don't have a CDL, your truck cannot weigh more than 26,000 pounds. And that's regulated by the Department of Transportation. Okay. Now we're going to go back to Enterprise. We switched the search over to Texas because there was nothing in Alabama. All right. So if you guys take a look here, everything that matched the description that I put in there. A little more expensive. You're looking at about 43,000. Keep in mind, guys, these prices are negotiable as well, right? Let's take a look at this one. This right here. This is a 2020 International, coming soon. Mileage is 185,000 miles, right? They give you the stock number, and then it has 26 feet, and the door is a roll-up door, right? Look, it has the Cummins engine, as I mentioned. Then it has the automatic transmission, and the manufacturer is Allison, as I mentioned earlier. These are very reliable engines and transmissions. Let's take a look at the details. All right, so we got the 2020 International. The model is an MV. Gives you the VIN number as well. The condition is used. It is DOT inspected, right? So that's a step that you guys can, you don't have to have a DOT inspection now because it's already DOT inspected. So that's a step you guys can skip once you purchase the truck. Operating condition, it says it's operable. DFW. Here, what I want to look for is the dimensions now. I want to see what the dimensions are. So it's 240 horsepower. That's good. And let's take a look at the 6-speed. That's perfect. Then the chassis, the suspension is leaf spring, right? That's a spring ride, so that's also good. A more comfortable ride. And then it has the GVR, right, which is the gross vehicle rating, 26,000 pounds. Remember, I said you have to have a box truck that's 26,000 pounds or less if you're a non-CDL driver. So you're 1 pound below 26,000. So that's awesome. Let's look at the interior. Left-hand drive. That really doesn't matter. You could be right-handed and still drive there. AC, excellent condition. Definitely that's important if you guys are in hot states. And then it does have the lift gate. And then this is important as well. The lift gate capacity, 2,500 pounds is the max that you can put on your lift gate. So you know this when you're picking up a load. So if you got anything that's over 2,500 pounds, you cannot put it on your lift gate, right? So just keep that in mind as well. Typically, you won't have over 2,500 pounds on the pallet, though. So that's something you guys can keep an eye out for. The E-Tracks, right? Remember, I talked about the equipment. You want to have 4 to 6 E-Track straps, right? This tells you that you have E-Tracks inside of the box as well. And it has 2 rows, typically one high and one low, to make sure that the freight is strapped pretty solid and it won't move while you're delivering the freight. Exterior, which is white, we showed that to you. Standard size cab, that's inside of the truck where you're going to be driving. Conventional cab style. And then right here it has roll-up doors, right? That's the back door, right? You have 2 options. You have the fold-out doors, and then you have the rolled-out doors, which is pretty standard in the box truck industry. Just one thing to look out for in the roll-out doors, why it's really important to strap your loads down, because if it moves, what can happen is it will hit the rail and throw your door off, right? So now you can't get it up and down and things of that nature. So these are just a few tips that'll help you guys out. And then it says body length. And remember what I said about width and height. you want to have a minimum of 96 inches both way. This one has 102 inches, right? So you know you'll be solid there, and you won't stand a chance of being denied a load because it was stacked and you had 94 inches or something of that nature. So this is a solid truck, y'all. This is a solid truck. You know, I would go get it inspected. Enterprise typically gives you what they call a 30-day look period. So this gives you an opportunity to find a mechanic, get it checked out, and any damage that they find, Enterprise will cover it within those first 30 days, y'all. So this is a great tip, a great way to locate a truck. Be flexible. Even if you're in a different city, sometimes it's worth going to pick it up in a different city if you can't find anything. Like we was unable to find something in Birmingham, Alabama. You know, find a connecting state and see if you can find something closer to you. All right, so those are the steps to locating a truck. Now that you've picked a name for your business, you filed for your LLC, you've opened up a business bank account, you have financing in place, you've ordered fuel cards, you located a truck. Now that you have that VIN number, your next step is to get commercial insurance prior to picking up that truck. All right, so if you plan on running Amazon, let's go over the requirements, the insurance requirements to run Amazon Relay. So you can just go to relay.amazon.com, right? And then it tells you right here, what are the minimum insurance requirements? So the minimum is general liability, which is $1 million per occurrence, $100 per occurrence for your auto liability, right? And then you have to get cargo coverage, right, to cover any damage that you may have on for the cargo. The minimum you can have is $100,000 there. In box trucks, we do not need workers' compensation. Okay, so this is for 18-wheelers. But if you're driving a 26-foot box truck for Amazon Relay, workers' compensation is not required, but you do need employee liability, and you can't have less than $100,000, right? So now that you have commercial insurance for your box truck business, once the FMCSA is done completing their processing fee of those 21 business days, this is what's going to activate your MCN DOT number, the insurance. So make sure you guys do this in the steps that's provided so you don't risk paying for insurance or paying truck notes and things of that nature, and you're not actually up and running. All right, let's talk about the equipment that you're going to need in your truck. All right, you will need a pallet jack, minimum of 5,000 pounds. You will need 4 to 6 E-straps to tie down your freight. I recommend get at least one load bar on your truck. You're also going to have a DOT physical on file. DOT physicals are required every 2 years, if healthy. If you have health issues, the Department of Transportation will require you to take a DOT physical at least once a year. You're also going to need an ELD, which is an electronic logging device. This is regulated by the Department of Transportation, so you will need to have a DOT as well. You're going to have a certificate of insurance. You need to have that in your truck as well. And you also will need a DOT inspection, right, before you can hit the road. So these are a few things that you're going to need inside of your truck before you get rolling. I have a list of these items in the description below. So seriously, guys, you want to make sure that you have these items. You don't want to be caught on the road without them. And I went ahead and listed these items down below. Now that you've completed all the steps to get your box truck business set up, you want to sign up with a factoring company. Most brokers offer what they call a net 30 account. So if you don't want to wait 30 days to get paid, you have to sign up with a factoring company. And we recommend Single Point. We do a lot of business with them. They have some of the lowest rates in the industry, and they're really about integrity. So we do have a link in the description that you can sign up with them. They'll have a rep contact you, explain your services, and get you guys rolling. So make sure you click the link and use Single Point. They're a great company to work with. Learning how to dispatch is the lifeline of your business. Keep in mind, guys, dispatchers are not going to run your business the way you're going to run your business. So it's key that you learn to dispatch and understand the load board. And if you want to learn how to dispatch yourself, I have a complete program from A to Z. We're going to show you how to dispatch your truck and make six figures your first year in business. Once you arrive to your location to pick up your freight, make sure that you take a photo. This is your insurance policy. Here's an example of a picture of freight strapped down, loaded, ready to go. The reason why you want to take a photo of the freight, because you want to make sure that you're not being accused of damage that you didn't cause. So this gives you an opportunity to present to the broker that there was no damage done in the event they find damage later down the line. Now, once you deliver your freight, you want to make sure that you get the bill of lading signed, right? This is how you're going to get paid. You have to submit your bill of lading as well as your rate confirmation to your factoring company so you can get paid the same day as long as you submit these documents before 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can have that money in your account that same day. Now that you started your business and you know how to get paid, understand this is the same exact system that I use in my business, the same system that my mentees have been using for years. So if you guys want to know more, if you want to learn how to scale your business, if you want to go from 4 loads a week to 6 to 12 loads a week, make sure you join me this Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for my free webinar. And I'll break down some questions that you may have, and I'll also show you how to scale your business. So I'll see you on the call. All right, we literally just showed you how to start your box truck business. I like to call this a free mentorship session. From picking a name to starting your business, to getting your LLC, to purchasing your truck, the equipment that you're going to need on your truck, how to get financed with the truck. And then we also showed you how to dispatch and make money with your truck. But if you need a little more help and you want to join my free webinar on Mondays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, go ahead and click the link in the description and I'll see you on the call.